Right folks, on to the next bit, because the previous bit has dried. Now today I'm intending to do, which bit am I intending to do? This bit. I've always got to make sure to be careful that I'm painting the right bit. If I don't follow, the line is all one line. You can follow it around and it goes all the way around and finishes there. It's all one line. So one side of it, if you paint on one side of it, you'll get the finished result okay. But to follow, say, the line all the way round in one go would leave me putting my hand on wet paint, which is why I do it in sections. Plus, and I've said this before, me videoing the process as I go along hinders me in a sense, is that I only like to do sort of no more than 10 minutes at a time. So I should really stop doing that. But hey, I've sort of slipped into that rhythm. So that that also narrows me down a bit. Speaking of which, I better do a bit less talking and a bit more painting. Although, if I'm just painting and not talking, sort of defeats the point of me doing a painting in process video, because the chatting is part of the fun, isn't it? And as I've said before, let me know. Let me know if you enjoy my waffling as I paint along, and what you might want me to talk about. I had thought originally that I might do these as live videos, live on social media. You know, Facebook. Can you go live on Instagram? But YouTube lives, or certainly Facebook lives. But there's a problem. And the problem is, I wouldn't be able to see any comments because I'm painting and the camera is right up there, looking down. And worse than that, the screen is on the other side. So I wouldn't be able to see any comments. Now what I could do is set up another device somewhere that is showing the live video and look at the comments on that. But that's a faff. I'm not sure. I've never decided that it's worth it. I still might do though. Now I'm rethinking the idea. Yeah, no, it does sound like a bit of a faff. Could do it though. I'm just trying to think to myself which second device I would have and where I would have it, but that could work. Yeah, might do that actually. Let me know if you think that's a good idea, because we can actually have a chat then as well. In fact, the more I think about it, the more I'm it's early 2025, middle of January as I'm recording this video. A new year, I might do that. I don't even know. I used to do quite a lot of live videos. I don't even know if Facebook is still pushing live videos, because the social media channels, they push different things at different times. And I think Meta at the moment with Facebook and Instagram is pushing Reels. They went through a phase of pushing groups, they went through a phase of pushing pages way back when. Then they went through a phase of pushing lives. I think they're still on Reels at the moment, but nevertheless, if you engage a set of people and let them know that you're going live and they watch the live, it doesn't really matter what the algorithms say in advance. The algorithms are almost the algorithms will pick up on the fact that something is being watched, and then they'll show that to more people because they want to get it watched by more people, and so the cogs can start to work. The engagement cogs can start to work in favour then. Yeah, so instead of me talking into the wind, which is the polite expression, let me know what you think about doing live videos. Yeah, I'm starting to quite like that idea. And in the meantime, I've done a fair amount of painting as well, haven't I? If I did a live, it wouldn't all have to be about the painting. In fact, most of the talking I've done in this video has been about whether I should do lives or not. It hasn't been about the painting at all, because not a lot to say about the painting. This is the thing with these doodle, as I've said before, with these doodle paintings. There's just a lot of painting to. Once I've done the doodle, and this isn't digital art, obviously. It's just a brush and paint. I'm actually painting everything in. It takes a bit of time. And you can see this is a 6x6 canvas. With the 12x12 that I used to do, that I started doing these doodles with, there's a lot more a lot more doodling to get filled in, a lot more canvas to cover. I've got to go now. If I carry it on like that, I'm starting to get in danger of putting my hand over the finished product. So yeah, the 12x12s take even longer to fill in. But it's no obligation for me to do it, it's a choice, isn't it? Now, how long have I been going? 6 minutes. I might just fill in this last bit, you know. I've got enough paint on the palette. Now, what I don't want to do is put too much. There we go. I don't want to put too much paint down in one go. So I would have to thin it out or spread it too much to stop the texture. Ooh, that's a tight little gap. As I've said before, these tight little gaps is not essential. It's not well, not when I first started doing these doodles, but when I came back to these doodles a few years ago, I was a lot more worried about not going over the line of the doodle at all, because that's what I wanted, and you've got to have some kind of aim and ambition with your painting, and I wanted it to be neat and tidy. But the more I've done of them, the more I've realised that going over the line a little bit doesn't make it really much difference, because someone looking at the painting is going to be struck by the combination of the doodle and the colour. And as long as I haven't completely skewed across one of the lines, you know, as if I've had a fit with my hand or something, going over one of the lines a little bit doesn't really make any difference. I could go over them again to correct it afterwards, and I'm not saying I won't, but I don't think it matters. Again, let me know. Let me know what you think. I think it adds a bit of a painterly touch to demonstrate that it was actually painted by someone. It's not digital, it wasn't done on a computer, it's certainly not AI generated. It's actually me. My handiwork. Now, so here's an example. There's a bit where, hang on, where are we? Oh, I'm not on the camera. Right, there's a bit where the paint has gone over the black. I could go over that with a little black marker pen, a paint pen. I might do. I've just seen a bit here that's not as smooth as it could be. Smooth those bits out. That's better. Right, so that's that section done. I've got, what have I got left? I've got to, turn the paintbrush around, Gordon. I've got this bit left. And then you might think, oh, it's finished. Well, that's one bit finished. I can take photos of that and then use that as the green and white for prints. But I'm going to put another colour on the other side. But even as it's developing, and you see me fill in the green, so you will probably have the impression that it's a green pattern on a white background. But the good fun about these doodle paintings is that I want you to concentrate for a second and flip the image and imagine it as a white pattern on a green background. And you can flip backwards and forwards, which I'm tempted to say is quite fun. You might be tempted to say, I need to get out a bit more into the daylight and fresh air, if that's what I call fun. But hey, it works for me. It works for me. Right, let me know what you think, and I'll see you for the next one.